first half, Seattle had a lot of success going down your right side. The second half, there was about 20, 30 minutes where they really had you pinned in. What do you take from this game, and how do you improve on that, or is that kind of something you were expecting?
No, again, I think teams, and again, I think when you're going week to week, um, if there's if there are a lot of tactical adjustments, it's going to be really difficult for our young players to grasp on, right? Where Seattle, an experienced group, the coach says, let's do this, and it's really easily interpreted. Because, again, it's not only the tactic, but it's also space and time and where your opponent is, right? And so experience lends itself to being able to do those things really, really quickly because you've seen it millions of times. Inexperienced players struggle with that. So the adjustment we made at halftime was making sure Aiden was always on the in goal side of Nuhu, right? And that did a lot. That made it a little bit more predictable for Gozo to step wide. And then the other part too is when we're defending in the wide areas, Gozo is so athletic and energetic that at times he will sprint at the guy. But in defending, you want to sprint and then slow down so that you don't make the plays so easy for him. Like it's just a bull charging out of cave, right? And so chop your feet. You're the most athletic, the fastest guy on our team. It doesn't matter if he goes left or right. You just got to hit the body and win the ball. And I think he did a much better job in the second half. So I think those and those things are, it's impossible to make those adjustments as the game's going because it's really detailed as to what we want to do. It's not just saying like just drop behind and do that. You got to move your feet. You got to defend the right way. So, but I think that lended itself to being in a low block a lot in the first half, and a lot in the second half after our goal. But then when the subs came in, I think the game changed. And again, I think that's what Morgan's quality is top.
And then you're probably a little surprised, or are you surprised that the kids did so well, the younger players did so well again tonight? And then also any concerns that Rafa kind of had to stand on his head quite a bit during the game?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that he made a couple saves. I don't know that they were really really dangerous with that in particular in the second half. I mean, he made that save. He made two big saves, right? One where the guys broke behind and he saved it with his arm, and the other one was in the dying minutes. But what was your question?
Just about him, the kids playing well.
Yeah.
Rafa carrying.
Yeah, no, again, I think, and that's why I think it's like, the young guys are going to do well if they believe they have the guys around them that have their backs. And again, that's where I go to Rafa making those big saves as an example of like, hey, listen, don't worry about it. And he says it quite a bit, guys, just play, just express yourself. We got you back here. And so him and Jay Glad and the guys in the back, Juanma had a fantastic game as well on that left side. And yeah, it was a collective effort, but I think that again, I think it's a really good performance to build on. And what wins do is it validates the processes that we have. That's all wins do. It's great in the moment, but more importantly, when we go back to work on Monday and we do these said things, it'll be done with a different type of mindset versus when you're not getting the results. You're always down things.